Hey, what's up everybody? This is Isa and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to share some of my thoughts as a former liberal about the Trump administration. Where to start? So I did vote for Obama in 2008. I was actually so far left that I voted for Obama in the way that a lot of conservatives voted for Trump, sort of to keep out the other candidate. There were a lot of things that Obama was saying that I was excited about, but I honestly just didn't actually think he was going to do anything about that. I thought he was very like establishment, too conservative for me. I was really far left. I was a socialist, an early prototype of the social justice warrior, if you will, probably even more leftist, to be honest. And by the time I voted for Trump, I was a born-again Christian. I went through a long period of my life actually as a Christian where I was very anti-government. I thought it was idolatry to put any kind of faith in political leaders, and I kind of came back around again to realize that we live in a very unique country, especially for Christians. I think as Christians we're incredibly blessed to live here, and there is something exceptional about the recognition that our Constitution gives to natural rights and to our Creator. You don't really see that anywhere else in the world, and I think as a Christian mother, I am incredibly blessed to live here in the United States, and I appreciate it. And since I have the freedom and the privilege of being able to participate in the political system, why the heck not? Like, I think there's a lot of problems with it. I think that it is definitely rigged in a lot of ways, in a lot of different ways, but I started to recognize there's a lot more complexity and nuance, and I no longer ascribe to the paradigm that it's all fake and it's all made up and there's just these evil puppet masters controlling everything, because I think it is far more complicated than that. So my point being though that I sort of tentatively voted for Trump as I had tentatively voted for Obama. My favorite things about Trump being how very much not Hillary Clinton he was, and I continue to support him because so much of the criticism of him is so ridiculous that it makes him look good, which is quite a feat because he does a lot of ridiculous things, and a lot of my criticism of him continues to be that he is not doing the things that a lot of us voted for him for, you know, Second Amendment stuff. I'd like to see him doing more Second Amendment stuff, more pro-life stuff. That don't even get me started on the healthcare stuff, but you know, pro-life and Second Amendment issues are very important to me, and I figured if I want to be able to defend, you know, they're both pro-life issues as far as I'm concerned. If I want to be able to defend my own life, and if I can do anything at all to defend the lives of the unborn here in the United States, I'm going to do it. And so I voted for Trump primarily for those two reasons, and just kind of got caught up in the spectacle of it all. It was a really crazy election. But so I am not an extreme critic of Trump, and I'm also not an extreme supporter of Trump. And when I look at the way the media treated Obama and the way leftists treated Obama, it was very much like he could do no wrong. And I do see a lot of Trump's supporters are treating him that same way. And I think that is very contrary to the spirit of conservatism. There are a lot of people that I respect, very intelligent, informed conservatives who are both critical and supportive of Trump, and I really think that is the best way that we can be supporting not necessarily even the man, but what he stands for, that we would like to place our hope in. If you are a pro-life Christian like me, if you want to defend your family's life, and if you want to defend the life of the unborn in this country, and if you want to defend your liberty to not have to buy something that you don't want to buy, like health insurance, to buy into a system that is giving out abortive forms of birth control, that is paying for abortion in many cases, and you know, God forbid, even things like transsexual medical care for children and things like that. I think we need to be putting vocal pressure on Trump to do better. It doesn't do Trump any favors to think that everything he touches turns to gold. The media is being extreme right now in their criticism of him. They think that literally everything he does is the end of the world. And I do not think the most intelligent way to respond to that is by thinking that everything he does is amazing. One thing I really love about the conservative movement is it is about the principles and not the people. And on the left, you know, this is just a generalization, it's not a rule, but you tend to see more like with Obama, they would support him no matter what he does. And leftism is full of contradictions, so they will just stick to the leftist narrative even if it contradicts other parts of the leftist narrative. For example, being supposedly feminist and then supporting Sharia law. I mean, that is like mind-blowingly contradictory. In all of this time, I have been able to really articulate my own views as a conservative. And at the end of the day, the principles are more important to me than the people, than the party. That is why I don't identify as a Republican. I just identify as a conservative. But first and foremost, I identify as a Christian. My ultimate faith is in the Lord Jesus Christ, and I do believe that conservatism is the political system or the political ideology that is the most cohesive with Christianity. And I, as a parent, want to raise my children in a system that will conserve their rights to worship, their rights to defend their life, and the right of anybody's unborn to be born. So I just want to admonish people, just be productively critical of Trump. Praise him when he does well and criticize him when he doesn't do well. I don't believe that we are completely ineffective at implementing change, as I think, the Tea Party has shown you. The pro-life movement has definitely gained traction in the last 10 years. I think conservatism is experiencing a bit of a renaissance right now where our voices are really being heard, and I think it is important to have that movement transcend the Trump presidency. We need to be able to abandon him if he is not defending the ideals that we believe in and that we want to stand up for. But also, if you're one, I know I have a lot of followers and friends who just completely detest Trump and have no interest in him. You might be libertarians or anarchists or conservatives who just really don't support Trump, and I just, I want to send that same message to you, that let the principles transcend the people. Don't let your personal feelings towards Trump or against Trump get in the way of furthering a pro-life, pro-Christian, pro-liberty agenda. So that is all I have for you today. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up because that helps me out a lot. Please subscribe to my channel if you'd like to hear more from me. Check out my website, endtimesmama.com, where I try to blog regularly, and you can find me on all the social medias, End Times Mama, all the same name on all of them. And please give a comment below if you have any thoughts, criticism, feedback, whatever. Thank you again so much for watching, and until next time, God bless you.